Guys, the story that I'm going to talk about today is a very disastrous story. At the same time, it meant a big invention for humans. What happened actually is Pythagoras, on the principles of Pythagoras, a school was made. There was a school of Pythagoras, where all the Pythagoreans, guys who believed in Pythagoras's principles and all that what he said, they were the believers. And this story is this story is very similar to what happens in today's world, or what has happened even in centuries. Blasphemy. Whenever this thing happens, we hear disastrous things, even deaths. And that's what happened with Hippasus as well. So this fellow was very intelligent and another Pythagorean, like all the Pythagoreans out there. For Pythagoreans, rational numbers were like religion. Rational numbers and whole numbers. For them, the whole universe can be represented, could be represented in the form of numbers, whole numbers and rational numbers. Now see what happens next. So on one fine day, like Newton, Hippasus was working with a square which has, of course, you all know how many sides squares have. So it has these two sides with 1 and 1 unit. He used this same Pythagoras theorem which was taught by the teacher himself, although Pythagoras was not there at that time. He used the Pythagoras theorem, and of course he got for the diagonal he got 1 square plus 1 square, which is 2, and then the root goes the other side and it becomes root 2. He tried everything to write that number in the form of p by q, which is the definition for rational numbers. Any number that can be written in the form of p by q or in the fraction form. Cause it was religion to them, so he tried everything to write that number in that form, but he failed again. He tried whatever he could, he gave his best, but he still couldn't write in the form of p by q, and at the end he says, "Dear fellows, it's an irrational number." What is an irrational number now? And you all got it. Any number that can't be written in the form of p by q, in the fractional form. And this number was such. If you search the value of root 2, it is 1.4, and then it 1.414, and 3527, and it goes on and on. Interesting thing is, it never repeats. Another interesting thing is, it never ends. That's the beauty of irrational numbers. And that is why when all those great Pythagoreans heard about it, there are anecdotes. It is a real anecdote as per a lot of historians. The Hippasus was drowned, or some say was even killed, for this invention that that was not invention but a discovery that accidentally happened. But another interesting thing is Indians knew about it even before Hippasus. So I would leave you with that. Goodbye.